Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. That's the end of the first segment of this newscast. Coming up next, Talking Point. The internet is fast becoming an indispensable tool for success in all areas of life, and the world is going digital. But the multi-million-dollar question is, are you going digital? Is your company going digital? Is your institution going digital? Is the economic life of this nation called Cameroon and other African countries, as well as the education life of the country, are they going digital? These are questions that we're going to be looking at in this segment of the news, and we welcome the founder of the Faithworks Designer. You are a web and graphics designer, an expert in these issues. You're welcome.
Thank you, Baba.
All right, Njofie Wilson, when we look at the world today, everything is practically going digital. But when we look at Cameroon and other African countries, it's not moving, it's not running at the pace of the internet.
Yeah, you are very right. When we look at the third world countries, especially Africa, we really see that they are down digitally. We all know that the economy, the digital economy, is already booming in the Western countries. But when we take a look at Cameroon and Africa in general, you see that the educational system has not really been digitalized. The marketing system, the business sector is less digitalized, health sectors less digitalized, agriculture almost little or no digitalization. You look at the governance in Africa, you see that there is less application of digital technology in the execution of processes.
What explains this?
I can say what explains this is because these technologies were invented mostly by people of the Western world, and they only reached Africa at a certain point when they have already performed so well in the Western world. And that is a great challenge. And even when it came to Africa, Africans they were not so serious. They see it as a joke. It's only until now, when it is almost becoming an indispensable tool, that Africans have started engaging in social media marketing, online trading, and so on. But the level is quite low.
How urgent is it to go digital?
It's as urgent as now, because as we look at it, the Western economies have grown in this sector. We look at Jeff Bezos of Amazon, happening to be the wealthiest man in the world. And he does e-commerce. He has an online business, Amazon. We look at so many other business sectors, other people like eBay and other actors in business. They are already there, but in Africa, you look at it, very few people are engaged in e-commerce. They actually order products online and sell it. And even the education sector, you are going to realize that few people actually embrace what we call e-learning, because of the fact that the Africans themselves, those who are supposed to get the content, the educational content in the context of Africa, are not digitalized themselves. So it's a very urgent thing to affect health, education, governance, and all other sectors of our society.
Now, the question, how to go digital at the level of education, at the level of the economy, talking about business, at the level of private issues, private transactions, how to go digital, how to go as fast as the internet is going today.
First of all, I think education, being the backbone of the society, has to embrace digitalization. And this is quite serious, especially as far as research is concerned, especially in our universities. You are going to realize that African students are actually consuming content that is given to them by the people of the Western world who embraced these technologies quite long ago. But we are in the African societies, the realities of the African societies, when you search things around you, around Cameroon, around Africa, you hardly find them on the internet. And the only thing that we have to use is what we find people of the Western world putting up.
And Faithworks Design is working on this.
Yes, we are working on that in the sense that we want to help educators and educational institutions to be able to get engaged in this digital technology, especially as far as websites and social media is concerned. But more precisely, we want to help them get a platform, the website, through which they can share information, they can post information, they can connect with students. And that also applies to business, health, agriculture, and other sectors of our society.
But this has to start from the policy level, because if it starts from up, it will be easy. Implementation will be easy down the line at the level of schools, at the level of institutions, and so on.
I don't really think that is the approach that we can use, because digitalization itself is very decentralized. It starts actually from bottom up. Even though the government has to step in as the regulatory authority, regulate how the sector operates. But I think you creating a website, you are not going to be interrupted by anybody. So you creating a website, getting positive content, good content to share with the world that can help other people, I think you are not limited in any way. But I'm not refusing the fact that the government has some level of influence on how we can operate with this technology.
Because if this is included in the programs, in the functioning of schools, for example, it will be easy for the school administrators to implement it.
Actually, I've seen some schools that are already using this, but on a very small scale. One is a situation where our schools, each school has an online platform through which the school is managed. Generally, there's a lot of automation with digital technology, and the speed is so fast.
All right, thank you, Njofie Wilson, for coming, your web designer.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us. That is for this edition of the news. Goodbye.